What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video. My name is of course Paul. This video today is on the new 2020 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 Grand Sport. That's a bit of a mouthful. Let me show you around the car before we head out in it, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. I've had this car now for around 8 days. It's been absolutely fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of the Maserati brand to begin with. After driving this, I can definitely see myself in one, but let's take a little look around first. It's okay, so starting off with that front end, that grille is absolutely stunning. A lot of people give this car so many looks, it's unreal. The LED headlights for the daytime runners and the normal headlights, absolutely fantastic. A lot of light, plus the fact that it actually says Maserati in the headlight. Moving around, you got these anthracited 19-inch alloys that come standard on the SQ4, I believe. The side vents on the wing, indicators in the mirrors right here. The door handles are chrome. The only thing that lets it down, I wish that had a little cap on it just to cover that, or maybe that was just like not there or somewhere else, but never mind, it still looks okay, better than some of the ones I've seen with it on the door. Moving around, you got the Maserati badge just on the rear 3/4 right here. SQ4 badge on the back with the quad exhaust. Sounds absolutely epic when it's in sport mode. Now I don't know obviously what's changed, because as I say, I wasn't really a big fan of these cars, so I wasn't following what Maserati was actually doing. If you step inside, double glazed window, because it just lets in no noise at all. It's absolutely so quiet until of course you open that sunroof or the windows. But jumping on inside, lovely leather steering wheel, tons of buttons on the wheel for your cruise control, and your information centre in the middle of the screen right here, so you can control that with the wheel. Gear lever, pretty straightforward for an auto. You got traction control right there, auto start stop, ice, which is another mode besides normal, and then you got your sport mode. Your park and brake of course is on the button like most cars now, and your controls for the radio. Two cup holders with a 12-volt adapter in the middle. If we jump on in, huge infotainment screen, it's all touchscreen, looks fantastic. Your air conditioning controls down here. If you push this, pops down, USBs, SD card reader, and if you pull this out, you just slot your phone in there, push it back in, push that up, and it's out the way. Loads of little storage cubby holes, one right here, and of course if you click the button right here, double armrest opens up to reveal a pretty big, decent space. Armrest is nice and big for while you drive, obviously when you got a passenger and stuff. You've got the Maserati clock right in the centre, which looks absolutely fantastic. It just sets the car off. It looks very elegant with the clock, shall we say. Up here, you got your light controls, light control for the back, your parking sensors, your boot release, and your sunroof tilt and slide. Moving on to the seat, so comfortable, and I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that or not, but the Maserati emblem embedded into the headrest on every single seat, including the back. Now that's how close I sit, so if we close the door, you're going to see between me and the rear passenger there's not much leg room. You can move the passenger seat forward and have a bit of leg room there, but for me that's how far back I sit, as I find it comfortable, but not much leg room in the back. Moving around, if we unclick the boot right here, fairly epic, decent sized boot on the Ghibli. We've had the two suitcases in here, both hand luggages, and still had a bit of room left to spare. Now another feature of the Ghibli as well is of course the soft closed doors, so if you let it, as you can see, and including the back too, so if you don't close it properly it will soft close. The key does feel absolutely so special to hold, it's so heavy. The Maserati badge on the back, spin it around, unlock your lock, your boot release and your start. So what you can do is if you click that and then double click this, starts up so you can get your air conditioning flowing or your heating wherever you are, and yeah, and then you just double click again and it'll kill it, lock it and walk away. That's what the Ghibli looks like inside, and you've seen the little look around video of it, you've heard it start up. Let's head out now and let's see what it's like on the road. Driving the Maserati for the last 7 days has been absolutely fantastic. It feels so comfortable. The actual seating position itself is absolutely superb. Going through the spec sheet on the car, it's anywhere from 74,000 to 83,000 depending on the spec you get. And I know this one is the 3-litre V6 with the twin turbos. The horsepower is 424 horsepower. It feels so comfortable, and when you put it in sport mode it sounds absolutely fantastic. However, from what I've heard while I've been outside the car, it sounds a bit subdued compared to what you hear inside the car, which is a bit strange because the microphone doesn't seem to be picking up the pops and bangs that I tried to make, which obviously it's going to be in this video. You're going to be able to hear it yourself. But I've definitely fully enjoyed having a car like this over here, as it's not the normal car that I'd normally go for. The cars that I normally go for over here are the big SUVs, as you know. So yeah, this is a rental car, because a lot of people asked me on the Camaro video, was that a rental? This is a rental too. Now, what's also good obviously is the emblem in the seats, the Ghibli sign underneath the entertainment unit, which is a big touchscreen, which is great. It's got navigation and stuff like that on it as well. The soft closed doors are a great feature, as I've showed you. But overall, it's just a nice car to drive. Now, I know Maserati have got a similar reputation to Alfa Romeo, so in that sense it's not the best, but I haven't had no issues in the 9 days I've had it. Well, 7 at the minute, but it's going to be 9. I've had no issues, touch wood, and it's been absolutely fantastic to cruise around in this, especially with some of the great weather we've had. For me personally, I don't know what $74,000 to $84,000 or pounds would get you in the sense of a similar car to this. I mean, maybe you could end up in a used M5, but I don't know. For a 2020 Maserati Ghibli, it's absolutely fantastic, and I would love to own one. There's no two ways about it, but that ain't gonna happen. I don't know, it's a bit hard to describe how I feel about the car, as it's only a rental, but in the same principle I treat it like it's my own. I've babied it, I've drove it, obviously I've gave it a bit of a kick, and I've downshifted using the manual gear transmission. That's the one thing that I do wish it would have had though, is the paddles instead of the selector on the gear stick. It's just either like you slide it over to your left and you go down the gears or up the gears. It just varies. It's meant to average out at 17 miles per gallon. However, we've been looking at, let me go through the settings and I'll tell you what we've been getting. Average on this has been 14, but I've seen it go as low as 8, and we've covered probably just over 450 miles in this. As we went over to NASA, it's pretty good on fuel. It's not the best, but at the end of the day, it is a 3-litre V6 twin turbo. It is all-wheel drive, not rear-wheel drive, so obviously you can't get that back end to step out. I tried, believe me. On the spec sheet though, you can get 20-inch polished wheels. However, this has got the 19-inch anthracite wheels, which do look absolutely fantastic, and obviously driving around on 20s like I do back home with the Astra, if you hit any potholes and stuff like that, they're not very good. For me personally, would I have one of these cars? I think absolutely yeah, I would. I'd have it in this colour. I probably wouldn't have the spec this one's got. I'd probably try and get a bit of a different spec, as it seems to be a lot of black plastic. There's some lovely leather around the dashboard, but then they just give you weird black plasticky bits in the centre and around the entertainment unit and stuff like that. I mean, it's not too bad, it blends in together, but they could have made that a different colour, like maybe piano black, and they could have possibly added the grey that's at the bottom here where the gear selector is. They could have also like added that grey into the dashboard and made it a little bit better. If you're looking at picking one of these up, let me know in the comment section down below this video if you're getting a Maserati Ghibli. Obviously if you're watching this video, then that's one of the reasons you're going to be watching it, is you're going to be picking one up. If you're not picking one up, let me know what you think of the Maserati Ghibli. If you've had one previous, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the ownership experience of the Ghibli. But what I'll do is I'll hand you back over to Paul, who's waiting in the car park. But guys, that's going to do it for me and the Ghibli, the 2020 Ghibli. I can only apologise for the noise, loads of generators right here, but this was the best place to end the video. So let me know your thoughts on the Ghibli. Sound off in the comment section down below. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Drives so nice, so comfortable, so refined, until you push that sport button. From me, the Maserati, if you like this, drop a like. If you loved it, drop a sub, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Take it easy everyone, see you all soon.